everybody. It's your pal Rob. So, welcome to the most stupidest holiday on the planet. Okay? I never understood this. I understand that the calendar has to change, but we have to we make it seem like that from today to tomorrow anything changes in your life. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. It's the same thing. You just wake up tomorrow. Um, it's amateur hour for a lot of kids. So if they just want to go out and have a great time, that's great. But I always thought that this was always the most depressing day of all, of the holiday season, because it kind of signals that, hey, that's it. It's all over. Your vacation's all over, which pretty much mine will be. Actually, I go back to work Wednesday, and that's only because I got to take the dogs for their yearly. I always do it the day after New Year's, because nobody really takes and brings their pets to the vet. But taking those two monsters down to the vet, we have to do our yearly checkout. I mean, it's $1,000 right off the bat, because we get them all their supplements and stuff like that while we're there. And that lasts us 6 months, and then I bring them another 6 months because they're young. So, as the title says, for the final time. This is the final time I'm going to talk about this. So, I have not done really anything in the last 3 weeks. I've really enjoyed going fishing, spend time with my wife. We went to St. Petersburg. Just taking it easy. I've been playing video games. Oh, for Christmas, I got one of those Rogue Allies. So now I can play like the really old school stuff. I'm playing Pool of Radiance. What's the other thing? Starflight. I've never played the second Starflight, so I'm gonna give that a whirl. And just a lot of different stuff. So I've really had time to kind of sit back and think things over, and I promised you guys I would, and tell you where I'm going. And the minute I said, "Oh, you know what? I'm not into who's this now?" Oh, and I've watched a ton of movies. Looking to buy a new Loki staff. Are we going to do that for her birthday gift? Sure. Sure. Hold on, folks. Sorry. There we go. It was an important message from my wife. When my wife rings, one must answer. One does not ignore the queen. So I've been playing a lot of older video games and stuff like that. I got that Amiga Mini that I jacked up. And, I've been really enjoying doing anything but. Even though I have done a few things out here. And I came up with something that I thought in my head. I go, what is the biggest problem that I seem to be having? One is, nobody really cares if I'm on or not. And it's not boo-hoo, this bullshit. It's just, I really, the numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. The channel's pretty irrelevant. And I think that's of my own doing. It's not that I lost a passion to do it. Like I said, this was mainly, I'd sit here and paint for hours live. But, you really can't do that with the way our internet works, number one. Number two, my arm is shot. It's strong as hell. When they rebuilt it, they actually made it stronger. But it's the shaking, and so, You don't do paint videos, which the channel was known for. They weren't great paint videos. They were every man's painting video, and that's what I enjoyed doing. The other real problem that I think I had is I became like everybody else, and that's never what I wanted to be. I was rushing out so much content, and you know, because I would just have floods of games coming in at starting early in the year, or there'd be new stuff coming out, or there'd be things I'd be interested in, and you're making 6-7 videos a week. People get tired of seeing you, and that's fine too. I wonder what's going on here. Welcome to the live stat chat. Learn more. No, I don't want to. Is the chat working? Can somebody just text something real quick? I'd appreciate it. I'm wondering if I'm missing something here. Okay. Well, anyways, so when you're putting out 6-7 videos a week, like I just dumped over the last 2 weeks. Thank you so much, Sparky. That's a great name, Sparky. Sparky 5960. I think that's what it says. Hi, Rob. Happy 2024 to you and your family. Best of health. Well, thank you, brother. I wish the same to you and yours. Thank you, Nev. But you run into this thing where you just start to become like everybody else. And let's face it, everybody has better production. Everybody does it better. My studio that's a video I think I would make one day. Just taking a picture of this monstrosity that's here, and how I fit everything in. It's insane. Matter of fact, you might see that. And I don't think, in fairness, that there were some games I would give a lot of time because I'd be intrigued and pulled in. There are other games that I just kind of, okay, this is cool. Wow, okay. And make a video for it, get the video out because I wanted to showcase it for the companies. And I let myself fall into the same pattern that a bunch of other people would fall into. And I think that is a bad thing, because then you lose your individuality, you become like everybody else, and you just become vanilla. And that's what I became. Slicker Drips Tom. Now, Tom is not like everybody else. This man stands alone. Happy New Year, my brother. Hope you have a wonderful day. Of course, it'll hit you before it hits us here on the East Coast of America. But I hope you have a wonderful day, because you're a wonderful guy. And I enjoy watching this stuff. So what I did was I started thinking, and I got a bunch of games in over the holidays. I got Dungeons of Dora, which I've yet to touch. I got a promise that I need to do, that they were going live in January sometimes for Battlefields from Elzera, the people that did Catacombs, which is great. Yesterday I got in the expansions for Chronicles of Drungor, Call of Kilforth, and Deliverance. Okay, so I said to myself as this stuff started coming in, I said, well, I'm still going to take my time. There's time to do this. I got to stop getting inside my head that the minute something comes to the door, I've got to tackle it, because I hate things hanging over my head. And I really did back off and just say, okay, I'm just going to shut my mind down and take some time and really figure out what I want to do, if I want to do anything at all, or if this was the last video that anybody would ever see of me. So I cleared out I had a month and a half worth of backlog videos that I just dumped. I just dumped onto the public, and said, watch it. It's some of it was from years ago because I would push things off, and I said, I am so tired of moving videos around because something else will take precedence over this, and then you're juggling, and it became ridiculous. And I don't feel I did a lot of justice to the people that have created these games. Um, and and um, I became boring in a way, I think, where even I watched it back and I go, ugh, this isn't enough information. I mean, I would tell how I felt. And one of the big things for me is when you could feel the passion of somebody creating something. Anybody can say, well, we're going to make a G.I. Joe game and then just, um, crank it out. And, and, and I think, I lost giving people a feel for the game, or me making sure that I had a feel for a certain game. Uh, Warfighter Fantasy is crap because that I had a feel for. Um, because I tried to give that thing 5 or 6 different chances and did not fall into place. But I have a starting balance here. I want to do going forward. I do not want to make a lot of videos. So I'm not going to make a lot of videos. And I was never somebody on the hype train. But if somebody sent me something, I wanted to make sure I did the right thing for those people. Um, and I think going forward, if people still decide to send stuff to me, I will do videos. But I'm going to take a week and really go through a game. And I did that this past week with Deliverance. I painted a few of the angels. I got a feel for the game, what the publisher was trying to do with this. Um, made sure I checked the rule book and understood, because I would make mistakes, and a lot of times it was because I was rushing. But maybe take a whole week for just one game and make one video or two videos, depending on if I have something to say, and keep it at that. Now this Wednesday, you're going to see a video about Deliverance. It's a different take on it. I really talk about the components. I talk about a little bit of the gameplay. I talk about how the game made me feel because of its subject and this, that, and the other. And I felt good about that, and I taped it, and I got it ready, and I'm going to put that up on Wednesday. Next week, because this week I'm going to start working on, I believe, Battlefields, Dungeons, or Chronicles, or Call of Killforth. I'll start working on those. Take my time, not rush the video out. I'm not out to prove anything anymore. I don't want to be just another reviewer, okay, or an influencer, if they call it that. I want to start working with more independent people that are struggling, that to get their game seen by people. And whether people want to watch that, that's fine. If people don't want to watch that, that's fine too. But I'd like to try to help people with the people that will still watch. Because the minute I started saying, well, maybe I shouldn't do this, boy, people ran for the mountains. And we lost a ton of people. And I don't give two shits. Okay, I really don't. If you want to leave, leave. If you want to stay, that's fine. Am I going to take any more snarky comments? No, I'm going to start swinging back. I think, did you try Dust Runner 20 Strong? Yes, I did videos on those, Brian. And I love 20 Strong. I played that one. That's what kind of helped me with my decision. Is I got this game in the mail and I started playing it, and I couldn't stop playing it. And then he said, wow, when I went and did the live video, I felt so good about it because I really felt the game. And I was able to tell you with an open heart what I felt about it. Now, I do that with everything I do. If I like it, if I don't like it, but I feel that I need to try to give some smaller people a bigger chance. I have friends in this business. Ricardo, who this I started going through this a bit, and I'm taking my time with things. Chronicles of Drudgor is one of my favorite games, and this expansion just makes it even better. Hall or Nothing. How brilliant is that man? All right, Tristan Hall, Andrew Lowen, who did Deliverance, Dungeons of Dora. We're starting off a year with heavy hitters, and people want to send stuff here. You're more than welcome. I'm going to take my time, and I'm going to make sure that I do the right thing for you. Anybody can just put out a unboxing video. That is, you see a lot of that in war games because war games are very rule intensive. So how do they get a cheap video and call themselves wargaming channels? They put out unboxing videos. Go look for yourself. Put in. How many times do you see somebody do a playthrough of a war game? You don't. Oh, let's take a look at the components and talk a little bit about the 2 pages that I read on the thing. I always tried to really get a feel for the game. And that's hard when you're trying to rush that out along with a bunch of other things. But people like GMT who send stuff, I will take to my time and make sure that I give them the right thing. I started doing that, taking my time with it. Cool Mini or Not, who I am just have a fantastic relationship. Any of the publishers that I have a relationship are going to see a change where I want to really make sure, number one, I'm not your video isn't getting sandwiched in between 2 or 3 different videos. Give that video a chance to sit there and people to watch it. Usually in the first 24 hours, though, I always felt that, once people are done. But if I'm putting out less, the old saying, how can I miss you if you don't go away? How can I miss you if you don't go away? And I think I have to do that. Is it going to hurt the income that comes in for the channel? Yes. Okay. And I kind of rely on that to fund some of the games, because I have to pay for a lot of this stuff. So, any views and stuff like that I get, the money that I make, can be anywhere from $200 to maybe $400 a month. And plus whatever you guys donate or whatever and stuff like that. When you do that, it helps me pick up things. And I use that money to buy games, paints, or whatever I need at the time for the channel. Auctions are always for charity. Excuse me. I'm tired. I stayed up late last night. What the heck was I watching? I was watching Outer Limits. And Tales of the Dark Side, the old thing from the 70s, 80s. Excuse me. So I was having fun with some of that stuff. You have made a ton of content, and you are not like the others. Enjoy your work. Yeah, and thank you very much, Sparky, and greetings to you in Australia, and my brother over in Sweden, Magnus. How are you? Jumpmaster 82nd. That's actually pretty cool. If something is sent and you haven't requested it, it's merely a nice gesture, and you shouldn't put undue pressure on you. I've always tried to be. I've never gone to a publisher and say, "Hey, pay me this much, and I'll do this." Okay, I don't care about the other people that do that. I've had people say, "How much do you charge?" Well, I don't charge anything because I don't feel that if you paid me to do something, I don't think I can give you the quality that you would expect. I mean, my God, I have an air fryer in the background. I wanted to be, and I still will be, every man's channel, you know. Uh, and I see people that watch this channel and then copy exactly what I say. I think I've been around long enough. You know, it's going to be 8 years, I think, March. And I always said, you know, the average YouTube board game YouTuber channel lasts 3 years, the average one. And now, you know, you have them popping up all over the place. A lot of them cheat, okay? But there's a lot of good people out there too, okay? You know, Tom's a great guy. Look what he does. He's done it honestly. He's put his heart into it. You know, and I don't have to run off a list of people, but you should be able to figure it out. Playing the new campaign of Chronicles of Drungor. Thank you. Happy New Year. Well, Happy New Year to you too, brother. I enjoy playthroughs without the how to play part. Yeah, I think those are two separate videos, and that's why I'm kind of thinking 2 videos and a live video a week. But you know, I think it's time to just change everything, not be part of this toxic community. It really is. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Jens, Happy New Year to you too. You're going to get a Godzilla. That's for doggone sure. Oh, and we got our special coins for Godzilla. So, yeah, it's on, brother. So we'll make sure that we get you. Let me just finish these thoughts, and then we'll get into that. And thank you. It really does help. And backing way off, and I think will continue my longevity. Not worrying about growth anymore because it doesn't really matter. Because you're not going to grow. People, you know, there's just too many people out there. Like I said, my sickness and all the other stuff pushed me in the back of the pack, and that's okay. I made it through. I feel better than I ever have. I'm benching, I'm running, I'm throwing, I'm fishing, I'm putting the beast back together again, and I'm going to do other things. But this, I just, you know, as much as I think I want to let it go, I'm just not ready yet. And I think I have some things to do to help smaller publishers, to help people out. I'm going to be choosy. I'm going to make sure it's something not half-assed, and do the right thing. And really, Chris, Happy New Year, my brother. Don't have time to stick around, but just wanted to say Happy New Year, and thanks for your amazing content, Rob. Well, thank you, Evan. That means a lot to me. A lot of new faces I'm seeing here, and I'm glad to see you. So I really want to do this, but at my own pace. Slow it down, make it mean something. When I make a video, it has to mean something. I think I started making videos and they didn't mean anything. You know, the reason they only got 100 or 200 or 400 or 500 views is because I didn't put the effort into it. Meaning that not so much the effort as much as just taking my time and making sure the message that I convey is a message that makes sense to me. Okay? Because the only person I have to please is me. You know? When you turn on the camera and you decide to take some of your time out of the day and you decide to give your opinion on something, and that's what it is. It's just an opinion. It doesn't mean anything. When I say something, is it law? No, of course not. But, you know, to slow it down, to feel a little bit more free, I think I needed that. Because I started not feeling trapped, but I started feeling that I had to kick out all this stuff to jumpstart the channel. That, unfortunately, that ship has sailed. you get passed by, there's been a lot of things, the farm, my health, my God, what a year. When I think back last year, how sick I was. My wife and I went out to dinner last night, and I'm sitting there and I'm eating pretty good, and she goes, "Yeah, you're doing better eating and this, that, and the other." And I go, "Well, yeah, I am," and I'm almost back to my normal weight and strength and all that stuff. Back from 2020 before all this stuff hit. And I said to her, I go, I don't remember anything from July to October, the end of October. Going through all those treatments and stuff like that. But yet I still would get up and go to work. I would still make videos, looking like I was half dead. I went back last night and I looked at some of the videos. There were times I couldn't even talk. But when you drive yourself, and if you have that heart inside yourself, you'll do things like that. I got up sick as anything, physically not well, and I would go to work at night just to be away from the people, but get my stuff done and leave when everybody would come in the morning. We had a great, I have a great work staff that allowed that, and I was able to do that, because I was so vulnerable. But I didn't lay down. I got up and kept on going. The same thing with all this. I have too much. I have way too much. Maybe auction a bunch of it off to charity, and just keep it nice and simple. Start showing the things that touch and move me. It doesn't mean that I won't drop an elbow on something that I don't like, but I also don't want to waste their time or my time. If I don't like something, I just don't think I want to make that video. Can I tell you about it? Sure. Well, this stinks. Well, look at D&D now. That's horrible. Look at all the things around us that is going on with magic and all these other things being corporately destroyed and all the drama. I don't want to be a part of that. I want to show you guys things that are going to make a difference in your life. If I went to it, it's like that movie. If you go to a movie and you watch a movie, I was talking to a family member, and he goes, I watched this movie you told me to watch. It was an old 50s movie. He never saw it. He goes, and it's still resonating with me. I watched it and I'm thinking about it. It made me think. And I want to watch it again. That's the thing I want to do. I want to be able to present something, and presenting it in a way that if I really like it and it resonates with me, I want you to be able to go, I could go to the store, pick that up with, because these things are shooting up. I mean, it's $100 for a game almost. I mean, that's ridiculous. In some companies, $100, you get a map and some chits. Okay. But the funny thing about it is I want to present things that resonate with you. I mean, there are people that out there, when I watch a video, sometimes it resonates with me, and I have to be able to do that, and do that with smaller publishers. Okay? Because, listen, as much as I love Chronicles of Drungor, I'm going to do it because I love those guys and I love this game. But you know how many videos are going to be out there with this game? There's going to be 75 videos. And which ones are going to stand out? Well, the overproduced and the beautiful lighting and all this other stuff. But will I put mine out there? Of course I will. Because it may not have all the lighting. It may not have all the overproduced stuff and all the fades in and fades out. But I'm going to tell you why this moves me. Why I enjoy playing this so much. Why it does what it does for me and might be able to do for you. And having that type of um, forethought and passion is something I'm not willing to give up, but I just can't. You know, when I averaged it out with 4,000 videos, excuse me, I forgot how I averaged it out. If you took, hold on, I'm going to average this out. Give me a second here, because I have to think. There has to be some science here. So I'm going to tell you, because this is the pace I was at. So 7 times equals, okay. So in 7 years, that's 2,555 days divided into 4,000 videos equals, oh no, that ain't right. Hold on. 4,000 divided by, I forgot how I worked it out. I'm not a math major. 555 equals, that's 2 videos a day. That's almost 2 videos a day. It's like 1.56. That's insane for just a guy by himself making almost 2 videos a day in 7 years. That's crazy. That's a problem. And I think it was just too much. You know, because you start to lose the message. You know, you see something, oh, I got to show everybody this. Oh, you know, and I get excited about it. But I think pulling the reins back after 3 weeks of doing absolutely nothing. I've done nothing. I did film Deliverance though, and read that through. But I took my time. And I really feel that, you know, a lot, as much as I tried, and I had a lot to say, and I think I still do have a lot to say. I just don't think I need to say it as much, and I think I need to take more time to really. I mean, I always think you know, when I was done with something and I looked at something and I put something out there, I felt decent that, you know, I did a good job. I just think, you know, the type of things and the type of person I am, I think I can do better. And I think by pulling way back and just seeing where it goes and not worrying about this, that, or the other. And for the final, I'm not going to talk about this ever again, because when I leave this and I decide to do this, I mean, I may just do this for a month and go, this ain't working, and then just ride off into the sunset, me and my pup, you know, with prairie dogs and dust bunnies flying behind us upon my horse. You know, maybe that's the way you go out, and just disappear without saying anything. I don't need the fanfare. I don't need the fake sob story to give you. I don't need to pull a lot of what you see now in the days, because everything's an act for a lot of places. You know, clickbait. You know, paying for views, pushing a video to the top by paying for extra views for it. Paying for subs, people do. There's a lot of dirty stuff, and you don't get to see it. Where it's easy to figure out, but you just have to see it. And you know, I'm not somebody to have a Discord channel. I don't have time for it. I'll post once in a while on, it's now X or Instagram, but I'll post pictures, not comments, not this, not that. You know, I try to keep everything contained to this channel, and post a few with things of this and that, and that's it. You know, and I'm pretty happy doing things that way. But now, because I put so much content out, I think I need to just really, it's kind of tiptoeing. You got one foot out the door and one foot in. But right now, I'm leaning more in than I am out. And just take my time, enjoy what I'm doing, see how long I want to go with it. And eventually, like I said, there are other things that I'm doing. It's fishing season. I went out. I had a great day. I throw everything back. I don't keep anything. I really enjoy catching crappie this time of year. I have my little spot. I sit. There's an older man that comes and we talk for hours. And then, I go home. And that's fun for me. Softball, football, golf, sports, the farm. We've got a bunch of pregnant girls out there. It's time to get ready for them. And that's a whole nother story. We had one jump over the fence yesterday, which was a lot of fun. So we've got to fix that fence. Just do it in my time, but also want to help the people that are around me, the companies that have been good to me. Everything Epic's been fantastic to me. If they need something, I drop everything. And I'll do it. A lot of these other companies, All or Nothing, who have been fantastic to me, drop everything. Deliverance, and Andrew Lowen, fantastic, drop everything. I'll continue that, but I'm going to reach out to some of these smaller little things that people don't know about and start talking about some of this stuff. If I feel it'll help them. If I feel I can help them. If I feel passionate about it. If I don't, then I'm not going to do it. I think most folks already know what's in the box well before they lay down their precious greenbacks. Yeah, I agree. A lot of people tend to. It's an easy video. It's a quick out. Cohen says Happy New Year, and then Jen's donated again. Thank you. Happy New Year, y'all. Stay safe. Says I can't see it. Hammer. Christopher says Happy New Year. You're front of the pack for me. Well, thank you so much. Evan says I don't have time to stick around. Oh, I read that one already. Oh, Deborah, how are you? Hey, man. Happy New Year. Do your thing as always. Authenticity beats everything else. Yeah, it really does. I agree with that 100%. You're somebody that's always been very authentic, very unique style, and very passionate and very well spoken. God, I wish I could talk like you. You and Tom, Jesus. Sounds like you're going for quality over quantity. No, I want to back off, and I just want to take more time. I don't want. I want the pressure of pushing myself crazy. I'm being told I need to go have food. Yeah, I gotta go do that too. Glad to hear you're going to carry on. Looking forward to your new stuff at your own pace. Well, thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. Chris says, if you're making yourself happy and doing what you love, others will join. Yeah, to some degree. Yeah, those arms are ripping out of the hoodie. Well, I've been training pretty hard. I am off to play some board games with good friends. Have a great day. You too, gents. Oh, gents. Here you go. We owe you. Let's see if the big G comes out. A special coin. Oh, come on, man. Here it is, New Year's. And New Year's Eve, and we can't even get a last song for. Please do some more League of Dungeoneers. Yeah, when I get to it. I love the game. I love playing it. Magnus in Sweden must be unfortunate. Must be unfortunately leave. I wish you a wonderful oh I wish you a wonderful day and have a great new year. Well, thank you, Magnus. The best to you, my friend. Yeah, I'm going to revisit a lot of old stuff and we're going to have some fun with it. I'm going to do some different things. There's a lot of things that are in shrink wrap here that I really need to just kind of open up and do and take some time. So I put out 52 videos this year, maybe, or maybe 100 videos this year. It's a lot better than 600, and I think I could do a lot better with stuff. There'll be little things that'll come on, and maybe I'll talk about certain things and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's about just refocusing, ignoring this drama-filled business, and just making it about the cardboard, plastic, and fancy boxes. Not about all the other stuff. Even though a lot of it is just so ridiculous. But again, doing things my way, and that's the way I'm going to do it. So there you go. I think that's about it. But I will tell you this much: I wish you all a very, very safe and happy holiday. I hope you have a wonderful New Year's evening. And we're just going to have appetizers, hang out, and spend time with our family, which I always enjoy, especially my pup. Right, girl? Okay. I'm looking under the table, all the stuff that I want to handle here. Altar Quest. Orc Quest. I want to do some things with phone lands. Yeah, I'll get to it. I will. That's the best thing about it. I have enough stuff to keep me quite busy. And if people love the stuff, great. If not, we'll just see. Time will tell. But I'm not in a rush. And like I said, how can you miss me if I don't go away? And I think not being there all the time, that'd be a good thing for everybody involved. My mental health, which is fine, mental health. BJ Zombie, are you still racing the RC cars around? Sure I am, BJ Zombie. I'm playing around with my grandkids. We got all kinds of things going on. But just a lot of positive and good things. So, best wishes to you in 2024, Rob. I wish you all the best. Have a great day. Until next time we see each other. Maybe. Because you never know when I'm going to go. It's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody. Take it easy.